Now, the ingredient that is missing for me with all this mix is that I don't have my natural tone of the instrument, which is what is going to give it the fundamentals, the low end, the pure sound of the bass. And that's where our dear friend X Blender comes into play. X Blender works like having a mixer for your pedal board. The same way with a mixer that you have different channels and you can mix how many of an effect or how loud you want this, how much you want of that. That is the job of the X Blender, giving you a combination of the effect with the natural sound, and you choose what is the balance that you want of what. The last sound that we had was all this. We got right now Robotalk, an octaver, and a distortion. No clean sound of my instrument, so it can get a little bit dirty. If I bring X Blender in, now you're gonna hear I get all the effects and the different sounds that I want to create, but at the same time I still got my low end. If we take the out and I start layering again one by one, you'll hear how different it's going to sound. Robotalk with X Blender with the bass. Robotalk, X Blender, octave. Robotalk, X Blender, octave, distortion. The amount of effect that I want can be controlled with the dry and wet button of the X Blender. So say I want very minimal of the effects. It's there and you can barely hear it. That's thanks to the X Blender. Just to show you that it's there. This is the clean sound. That's the advantage of the X Blender with the combination of all of these pedals. And say if you're playing something that you don't have that much time to be switching all three pedals that I had at the time together, I can get, say, one sound going with my X Blender. And now bring my bass. And then I can kill the X Blender and just leave the natural sound of the bass. So as you see, we have an infinite amount of combinations here. This is only a resource. Your imagination and whatever purpose you're looking for your pedals are here. You can be the creator of your own sound. Welcome, I'm Oskar Cartaya and I'm being joined by my dear friend and drummer of the Cartaya's Enclave, Paul Gonzalez. And the idea is to give you an actual practical use of how all the effects that we've been talking earlier today come into play in a real live situation. Later on tonight, we'll be playing with the full band. You get even a better idea of it. But for now, what I wanted to demonstrate is how I use the effect in a combination of like what we like to call layers. I like to bring one part of the effect first, then add the other one to create different sounds of the bass in the combination of the Robotalk, the X Blender, obviously the Xotic J bass, all together working on my behalf to what I'm trying to create. We'll play a piece of a new song for our upcoming project, our upcoming CD. And the idea is that the bass starts playing a slap groove by itself. And I wanted to create almost that AM radio sound, thin, almost like in the distance, kind of not that much presence because my actual clean sound is not there. Then halfway through, I will bring the bass sound, and I play the melody along with the groove, which goes. And you'll hear how we keep on building pieces by pieces. So here we go. Now the pedal. And melody. So there you saw how we build 3 different stages of the song just by simply starting with the Robotalk by itself, not a clean sound. I'm taking out the actual sound of my bass, clear sound. Then I add the clear sound of the bass. And while I was still playing the groove, play part of the melody along with it. That's one of the many features that you can get with the combination of X Blender and the rest of your pedals, helping you create clean and wet sound together, and you balance how much is it that you're looking for.